Well, I was really pleased with the way our football team went out and attacked the football game, and we were able to get some stops early on. Our offense was very effective moving the ball. We would have liked to have punched the ball in the end zone a little bit more early on in that football game, but again, very impressive with the way that we ran the football. Very pleased with our offensive staff and the work that they did to get our guys ready for the game and the preparation that they put in. And again, also very pleased with how hard our running backs ran and how hard our offensive linemen blocked, and that set the tone for a lot of different things as the game went on. So very pleased from that standpoint. And defensively, we came out and we did what we needed to do and got the ball back to the offense. But at that point in time, we were up 13-0 at halftime and probably could have been maybe up a little bit more. And then the second half started out and again got a 3-and-out, went down the field, put ourselves in position to score, and ended up having a drive that stalled out because of a missed assignment and a holding penalty, and then missed a field goal, and then all of a sudden Northwood connects on a couple of big plays, and they're in the end zone, and all of a sudden you're in a football game 13-7, and that's kind of the way the second half went from that point on. Then it was our offense making a drive, now sticking it in the end zone, finishing some stuff off, Northwood coming back with an answer, us getting an answer back, and so it ended up being a much more entertaining game from that standpoint, with ultimately at the end of the day us coming out with a W and a hard-fought win, and I was really happy with the way our team played in that football game. One of the things you consider when you take a look at the season is we're 4-2 after the Davenport could have been a 5-1 football team, and we're feeling pretty good about things. And then we had a few injuries that occurred that caused people to not be able to play in Ashland, and a few other guys that were really banged up in that game. And then you go to Ashland, and all of a sudden you lose a few more players that are out for the next few games and some for the season, and so you start to really get hit with the injury bug, and unfortunately you lose the game at Ashland. Then you're injury ridden and reeling in the Ferris State game, and I thought we competed well again in the Wayne game, but didn't make some of the big plays that we needed to, and then to finish up and come back and win at Northwood, I thought was a very good win for our football team. Again, very proud of how our seniors and our players and our team rallied back for that one. Well, first of all, it sends your seniors off on a very positive, a very good note, which we're happy with. And then the next thing that it does is that now it's like, hey, you understand what it takes to go in this league and play week in, week out against the competition that you face, and you're sending a message on a winning note about all of those types of things, and you're saying, hey, here's what we need to do to make the next step to try to become a 6-win or a 7-win or an 8-win team. These are the steps that we have to do in the off season, starting right now, moving forward, to progress your football team to a spot that you want to be. So you're working towards that, and I think finishing on a winning note, just like evaluating your team after a win and correcting mistakes, it's a lot easier to say, let's go. We're close. Let's go. Let's make that next step. So right now we are our kids are just about to get a week for Thanksgiving break, and so they'll go and do that. When they come back, we will be back at it with our strength coach and back in the weight room and working hard and progressing. And our lifting schedule will switch now, so it'll be a little bit more intense, and we'll start a program that will start out now prior to Christmas and lead us all the way through our semester break until we get back here on campus in January, and then at that point in time you kick back up with your lifting in January, and you start to move forward to spring ball. So it's always a switch, but it's an exciting time of year because you get to really see players start to really get to work on the things that are going to be so important for them as they go through the winter, get to spring ball, and then go through the summer, and getting ready for the season. So it's really critical time of the year. Right, for us right now, our staff will start to get on the road. We'll start to go to some local games, start to get out to some high schools, and then we'll have some recruiting visit date in December, and then see where we're at, after December, with which kids have verbally committed to us and which ones we believe are going to come to Michigan Tech, and then we will continue on with that. After a little bit of a Christmas break, we'll get back and have folks on campus in January and wrap that up ultimately with our February signing date, which comes always the first Wednesday in February. So moving forward with that now, coaches will start to get on the road. We're continually evaluating players. We have some players that have already verbally committed to us, so we're looking to add to that group that will make up this recruiting class that will add to this football team.